Sack? Is that right? I'm horrible at pronunciations. Sack?
Yes, that's it.
Little sack, sack, whatever the hell you want to call it. And Chris Whitesack.
I will say I wouldn't want that in my mouth, though.
Yeah.
That is...
It's called Wild Barrel. That's pretty wild.
Head.
Head.
I can't wait to gulp it down.
Hopefully.
I'm very dry.
I'm very dry. And you swallow? I spilled too. What the fuck happened? Yeah.
Cheers to swallowing.
Cheers to swallowing. Wow, I got a Sobieski white Sysak is what I got. Nobody wants that. Hi everyone.
I'm Janet.
I'm Jason.
We're
Gumbo Mud. We're here
for dark beer.
And today we have something wild.
Very wild. This wild animal is called Hipster Sweet Dreams.
From?
Our friends at Wild Barrel Brewing in San Marcos.
In San Marcos, California. Yeah, here in North County, San Diego. Yeah, Wild Barrel. They started, I think, in 2016, and they've kind of taken off. And they do a lot of collaborations and things like that. So, yeah, it's cool space, cool spot, and really close to Los Abbey there in San Marcos. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, been there quite a few times, so really like it. So this should be interesting because we've done, what was the other one we did? Hipster Mocha Latte.
That's it.
Which you can see right here. And that one was interesting too.
Man bun approved. I think it even
approved.
says on the can.
You think they would be in Encinitas or Carlsbad instead of San Marcos with man bun approved. But
right. Man buns are not so much approved in San Marcos as much as...
Yeah. Encinitas and Carlsbad. Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, what do we got?
The description, I think we mentioned, if not, it's an Imperial pastry stout coming in with an 11% ABV.
A pastry stout that's 11%.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So we have some organic Indonesian coconut, Madagascar bourbon vanilla beans, and that yummy Belgian chocolate.
Yeah, the Madagascar bourbon vanilla beans, you have to wonder if they put the vanilla beans in a bourbon barrel from Madagascar to here to kind of give it that flavor of moving around on the ships. In the ocean from Madagascar to here is a long way, so...
it is.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, with bourbon vanilla beans, which is not barrel aged, just the beans are in the bourbon barrel.
Right,
so.
but are you going to get that bourbon barrel?
I would think so.
Booziness.
I would think the vanilla beans would take on some of that bourbon barrel.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah, so there was Wild Barrel was founded by two friends, Bill Sysak. Is that right? I'm horrible at pronunciations. Sysak.
Yes, that's it.
Little sack, sack, whatever the hell you want to call it. And Chris Whitesack. Chris White. Chris White and Bill Sysak, which they've been around in San Diego, I hear, for a long time. Brewing and stuff. So yeah, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's.
It's Sobieski.
Bill Sobieski, longtime friend of Bill Sysak.
The Bills stay together.
Wow, I got a Sobieski white Sysak is what I got. Anyway, it's a fun place. Go visit.
Right, true that.
So anyway, these three friends began the process of basically opening up their own place, which I know they were, they brewed in their garages and things like that. They were home brewers. Like a lot of people are, but I think they collaborated and were like gypsy brewers too. So they all collaborated together, and then in 2017 opened up Wild Barrel. I think I said earlier it's 2016, but it was 2017.
Well, they basically they founded the company. They knew they were going to do it.
Yeah.
So from 2016 to 17 was the preparation stages, bringing on the brewer, finding the facility. So.
And I remember where they opened right there. Oh, I think it's not Mission Boulevard. I forget what it is, but it's right there close to Los Abbey. And when you go inside, there's actually batting cages. They do hatchet throwing. They do all these things on one side, and then the other side's the brewery, which is big. And I know I had a friend who had a birthday there, and it's a nice spot. It's a great spot to have, especially with Lost Abbey being pretty close there too.
Yeah.
So.
Right up the freeway too.
Yeah,
So
right off the 78 freeway, Hops Highway here in San Diego. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
78 is called Hops Highway because there's so
Never
many
heard
damn
of that.
breweries. So
Wow.
many breweries on 78.
I like that.
Vista and San Marcos.
I need a shirt that says Hop Highway.
Hops Highway. Yeah.
All right. So the Wild Barrel is widely known for their Vice series of fruited kettle sours. They have a rotating selection of West Coast and hazy IPAs, and also some big pastry stouts.
Yeah, everyone here is doing the West Coast IPAs and the hazy IPAs, especially the hazy IPAs have taken off. So yeah, we're more interested in the variety of pastry stouts.
We are.
Yes. So yeah. So this beer in particular has chocolate notes with slight vanilla, some caramel, and a little bit of coconut is what it says. So I forget. It's been a while since we had the Hipster mocha latte, but that's obviously a coffee.
Yeah, quite a while ago.
It's more coffee than where this is more of a pastry stout, like a breakfast stout, pastry stout. So should be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Check out our other review for Wild Barrel Hipster mocha latte and check that out. And yeah, we're ready to try this one, huh?
Let's do it.
11%.
Here we come.
I forget what Hipster mocha latte was, but
I don't remember either. I
Yeah.
should have looked it up just for a kind of a point of reference.
right. But for a pastry stout to be 11%, you're expecting a lot, right?
I'm expecting a lot. I'm expecting a lot of just pastry type sweet flavors.
Right, like what, maple and
Just like anything that's
Sweet.
baked good. Like,
Right.
well, I mean, a lot of time pastries are deep fried, but in my world, they're baked and just full of flavor and full of aromatics.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that that comes across on this.
yeah. It's looking kind of light for 11%.
It is. It is light. Beautiful, beautiful head. I am
Yes.
getting some aroma already.
I actually like the color, but it doesn't look like 11% to me.
No.
But it is a pastry stout, which those are usually lighter. Pastry and breakfast stouts are usually lighter. Yeah. What do you think about appearance?
It definitely poured a little bit light for an 11.
For 11, yeah.
The head looks wonderful.
Looks good. Light mocha.
Light mocha, about one finger width
Yeah. Head.
head.
Head. The carbonation looks good too. Kind of different, right?
It smells. I just want to get to aroma.
wanna
It
get to aroma?
smells. I'm smelling something. It smells really good.
Yeah. Mine just paid it quick.
I do love. I have to say, I'm kind of throwing this in on probably the wrong category, but I do love Wild Barrel's artwork on their can.
Yeah.
Like. Again, one of those breweries that you can just walk in, you spot it.
You know it's them.
You don't need to rotate the can to see who brewed it. You know
Yeah.
exactly where it came
their
from.
artwork, their fonts and everything. Yeah, you know it's Wild
Yeah.
Barrel.
I like that they stick to.
A theme kind of.
Yeah.
What
So
appearance?
back to appearance, besides the appearance of the can. I think it looks really good. A little bit light for an 11. But it does look thick. It looks creamy, and I am starting with a 4.
Yeah. So did I. I gave it a 4 too because I think it looks good. It was a little light for 11, but I'm kind of liking the lighter 11-12s. That I actually like that they are a little more lighter, and as long as they have a lot of flavor, which most of them do, then I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So, okay, aroma.
That's a great point.
Right?
If you can still achieve lightness
Right.
and come through with the flavors,
Yeah. Then it's really good for 11 or 12.
Yes.
So at 11,
Okay,
yeah. So
there we
aroma.
go.
You were getting some kind of aroma, right? A pastry stout, you want some kind of maple, pancake, muffin. You want a pastry, right?
smells
Cinnamon.
so good.
Yeah. What does it smell like?
it's just mouth-watering. There's nothing specific I can pinpoint. I know.
It's mouth watering.
When my mouth starts watering, seriously, like There's not much I can say or do.
I'm just getting sweetness.
Yeah, that's what I get, but it smells so good.
Nothing specific though.
I can't wait to gulp it down. It's just a general, really nice.
It doesn't smell like a pastry to me though. It just smells like something that's super sweet. I'm not getting pastry. I'm just getting sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah.
It smells so good. I know.
Yeah.
I don't get anything specific either, but I really like it. It's mouth-watering.
Yeah.
Truly.
What do you give it?
I'm going with... this is a little off because I don't get anything in particular, but I'm going with a 4.5. Like, it smells that good to me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'll give it a 4. I spilled too.
I just looked over. I'm like, what happened?
Like, what the fuck happened? Yeah, I spilled. Anyway, it smells sweet, but it doesn't smell quite like a pastry to me. So, but I gave it a 4 because it smells sweet, so I like it. So,
all right,
taste. Here we go.
Please be good.
The carbonation was interesting too. There was a ton of tiny bubbles and then a few medium size and a little bit larger, but it was almost tiny bubbles. So I would expect a lot of carbonation. So what are you getting?
It's good.
Yeah. What are you getting?
I don't know what I'm getting. A lot of vanilla, and it's a sweet vanilla.
I can smell the vanilla.
A lot of sweet vanilla. That's really it. I get I can kind of almost see that they were aged vanilla beans because I get just the slightest little bit. It's like turning the corner to bourbon barrel or a barrel. Not a wild barrel, a bourbon barrel.
Well, the vanilla beans were in the bourbon barrel. Right. So,
which I feel like I actually am getting, which we're
not getting any bourbon at all. There's no bourbon. I'm not getting any bourbon.
But
I'm getting, like you said, vanilla. It's a very strong vanilla scent and flavor, but I'm not getting any boozy bourbon.
The end taste of the vanilla, though, is where I get it. Like I get just the slightest touch of.
That's good.
It's good.
That's good.
It's really good.
The vanilla's not sweet, but it is. It's interesting.
I get the tiniest little bit on the end of like some floral notes. It's super slight, but it's good. It's really flavorful.
It's mostly all vanilla though.
It is.
Right? And that's kind of what it says. I mean, it's a pastry stout, but it was the vanilla in the bourbon barrels.
Right.
So it was just vanilla beans in the bourbon barrels that hopefully came from Madagascar, so they moved around a lot. They really picked it up. But I'm not getting any bourbon at all in it. I'm just getting vanilla, and
I do just the tiniest bit.
Tiny bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's the right
amount?
Yeah.
So what do you give it?
I really like it.
Yeah, I really like it too. It's interesting.
It is.
It's different.
Again,
I like how different it is.
Like nothing else I've had. I think I'm going to stick with a 4.5. So the aroma very closely follows the taste.
It's getting better too.
Basically everything I smell, I am getting on the taste with just that tiny twist of a little, bourbon barrel at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a 4 because I really like it. I couldn't quite go to a 4.5 or a 5 because it's not sweet. It's right at the cusp of being sweet. So it's not bitter. It's not like the dry vanilla extract that we talk about. But it's right there of almost being sweet, which I like because sometimes these stouts can get too sweet. But I really like the flavor of this beer. It's crazy. And unlike you, I don't get any bourbon or whiskey flavor at all.
Yeah.
I don't. So yeah, I give it a 4, you get a 4.5. So we've been that texture, 11%. What do you think? I
think the texture's pretty spot on, actually. It looked a little bit lighter initially when you poured it.
Right.
Now that it's in and you roll it, you kind of see that like syrupy ring around the beer.
And you do get the stickiness.
Yeah, I definitely have the stickiness. It's very, very creamy, super substantial in your mouth. Like it's not watered down. I still, if I had to guess, if I was blindfolded and had to guess, I would probably say a 10, which I mean, we're talking 1 percentage point.
But thank you for that, because I don't know if we've had too many beers, but 11 or 12% a lot of times is too thick, and this is 11%, but it's almost like a 10. I would give it like a 10. It's thick, it has great body, but it's not quite an 11 or 12, but it's right there,
It is.
which I love, because it's not too thick at all.
It's kind of understated under the radar.
It's not a 9.
Right.
It's like a 10 to 11, which is 11%.
I know.
I really like it, and like I said, maybe we've had too many beers, but I'm liking how these 11 and 12s are just a tiny bit lighter and not as thick, because they have so much flavor, but you get the body, but the body's not too much, right? Because when you said 10, I was like, yeah, I feel like it's a 10 or 10.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it seems odd that we would like be able to differentiate between, you know, an 8, a 9, a 10.
We've reviewed over 100 beers plus
plus
we've been drinking.
Our day drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not on camera. I agree.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. It's,
What do you give the texture?
It's really nice. I'm going to stick with a 4. I've been 4s and 4.5s the whole way. Like,
yeah.
It's pretty perfect, you know?
Almost, yeah, it's right there.
It's right there.
I gave it a 5.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for an 11%, I think it's closer to a 10 or a 10.5. But it's such, if this is 11, it's a great 11. I wish all my 11s were like this, because they
can get way too thick.
They can get too thick. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Where you wouldn't want a whole 16 ounce, where I could drink this whole 16 ounce because the texture is so nice.
Really?
Now you would sip it. You would sip it, but you wouldn't sip it as slow as like a 12 or more, 14, 17. It's a good drinkable beer at 11%.
Well, that's rare for you, because you're always like,
Yes.
I would not want to drink a whole one.
No.
So that's a huge compliment coming from you.
Yes.
Like you say that often. Like,
yes. I couldn't do a whole one. I could do a whole 16 ounce of this, and it's not too sweet. It's like the perfect sweetness of the vanilla. So whatever they did with the bourbon barrel, putting the vanilla beans in the bourbon barrel, and however long they aged that, I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
Because this is a great beer. Like, it's really good. So yeah, I gave it a 5. You gave it what, a 4?
4.
4, yeah. So what about the finish?
The finish is another great
Vanilla,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Vanilla.
It's clean.
Yes. It's not artificial. It's like a real vanilla.
It's an authentic, true vanilla flavoring. Again, still, even on the finish, if you're going to really get booziness, it's probably going to be on the finish.
Yes.
11%.
Yeah.
It's completely masked, completely hidden.
This is one of the best vanilla beers I think I've ever had.
It's really good.
Because it's all vanilla.
Yep.
But it's a good vanilla.
It's dry, like it's almost, for me, it's almost too dry.
Is it?
I'm very dry.
I'm very dry.
I am.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. Like, it does, it makes you want to have another sip to quench your dryness.
Yeah. No, it's true.
That's awesome.
No, it's good. It like dissipates really nicely,
Right.
and really fast. So for a strictly vanilla beer, in which we've had a lot of them, they don't sweeten the vanilla. Where maybe it's because bourbon is sweet, that putting them in the bourbon barrels sweeten the vanilla, and obviously maybe they added some more sweetness, but it's not too sweet. It's just it's like a perfect vanilla.
Perfect balance of sweetness, right?
I don't think we've had a vanilla this perfect. That was just strictly vanilla.
Nothing comes to mind, honestly.
Yeah, because there's nothing else coming through. There's no coffee. It's a pastry stout, but I just get vanilla.
Yeah, well, you can have vanilla pastries.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what do you give the finish?
I really enjoy it. I'm gonna stick with my 4.
Are you?
Yeah, I think that the finish just, it makes you long for that next sip, the next drink, maybe even another can, or if you're lucky enough to have this on draft, It goes down super smooth, super drinkable. What did you come up with on the finish?
I came up with a 4.5. I actually like the finish of this beer a lot. Vanilla, like we say a lot in our videos, they tend not to sweeten it. It's kind of like the vanilla extract, where this is sweetened but not too much. It's like almost like the perfect vanilla sweetening, because it's not too sweet at all. So I really like the finish. Like you said, it's dry, so it dissipates really fast, and you want to take another sip.
Right.
What you love in a beer is when you take that sip and you swallow, and then it dissipates really fast. You want to take another sip.
Cheers to swallowing.
Cheers to swallowing. So, yeah, so I gave it a 4.5 because I really like the finish of this beer. I'm really surprised how good this beer is. Like, I really like it a lot.
I do too.
It's probably the best vanilla beer that I've ever had. It's classified as a pastry stout. I kind of don't get pastry. Obviously, there's a lot of vanilla pastry, but I think it should be classified as a vanilla stout because the vanilla is so spot on and so nice. Don't you agree?
I do agree.
Yeah.
As a baker, I wouldn't say that I bake pastries, but
Yes.
I bake baked goods of, all variations and all sorts. And I can't think of a recipe that I make that does not include vanilla.
Yeah.
But again, if you just put vanilla, whether it's bean or extract in anything, and you don't have the sweetness there, it's kind of null and void.
Yes.
So whatever they did to enhance the vanilla beans in this is spot on.
Look at the residue.
Oh, wow. That is something we've never experienced. Wow, do I?
You're not down that low, but yeah, there's a lot of residue in there. I don't know if
my
that's
God.
from the bourbon barrels or something, but look at that.
That is
It's called Wild Barrel. That's pretty wild.
some wild shit going on over here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Look at that. Look at the residue in there. It's insane.
I will say I wouldn't want that in my mouth, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's just adding to the flavor, cool. But
Yeah.
if I gulp that and that was in my mouth, then
Could be from the bourbon barrel, yeah. So anyway,
Anyway.
yeah. So your total, what's your total, Jen?
my total is a 4.2
Nice.
on 5.0,
Yeah.
like big number
Yes.
coming in.
Anything over 4. We
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
A pleasant surprise. I just, you just never know. Again, we've kind of come up on the short end with vanilla beers that
Yeah.
they're just not. The vanilla is not enhanced.
Or enhanced enough.
Yeah, and it's like a bitter vanilla, which
Nobody wants that.
no. So this beer is just like dialed in.
Yeah.
Super delicious. Every category for me was a 4 or a 4.5.
Yeah.
So I am on the Wild Barrel train.
4.2, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, we agree on this one. I'm a 4.3. I really like this beer a lot, and I've been to Wild Barrel a couple times, and I really like their beers. This is a surprise because this is a really, really good beer to me, and possibly the best vanilla beer I've had. Like, the vanilla is spot on. So whatever they're doing with the vanilla beans in the bourbon barrels, Madagascar, vanilla beans in the bourbon barrels, they're doing something because it's spot on. So Gumbo Mud Review is a 4.25 for Wild Barrel's Hipster Sweet Dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet
my
dreams,
friends.
yeah. And it's interesting when people do taste these beers. Obviously, everyone's taste buds are different, but I would not classify this as a pastry stout. I would classify it as a vanilla stout, an Imperial vanilla stout, because that's exactly what we're getting, and it's a beautiful vanilla.
Yeah, it's not a super layered beer.
No.
It's basically it's a vanilla stout.
Yes.
Like, pastry stouts to me are more like layered. You might get some chocolate and some maple and some cinnamon, like
yes.
all sorts of
Sugar,
things that
yeah.
come out in,
Right.
in different parts of the tasting.
That's a good beer.
This
Wow.
one is pretty straight up. So
Straight vanilla.
I agree, but
Yeah.
whatever they want to call it, we're in and we're going to buy it and
Yes.
We love it.
Yeah, we love it. So Gumbo Mud Review is a 4.25 for Hipster Sweet Dream from Wild Bear Brewing Company out of San Marcos. So you guys check them out. Go by there. They're really close to Los Abbey too, so you can just hit both of them.
Oh yeah.
At the same time. Yeah.
Two of our faves.
Two of our faves. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this review, and click the like and share button and share it with anyone, and click the subscribe button for more dark beer reviews. Especially in 2021, we're going to bring you a lot more dark beer reviews. So
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we are on the gram. It's Gumbo Mud, MUDD. We put out a few posts a week. We do giveaways, collaborations, all sorts of fun stuff. So please find us, send us a message, let us know that you found us. And we look forward to our next review with you.
Yeah, and trading with you if you have some good beers in other parts of the country. So anyway. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you guys for watching this review, and we'll see you on the next one. So thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.